The Mesaharati who wasn't human. The winding alleys of Marrakesh's old Medina were always alive during Ramadan. By day, the scent of freshly baked msemen and mint tea filled the air. By night, the call to prayer echoed through the streets, and the faithful gathered in mosques for terawih. But at Suhoor, when the world was at its quietest, a single sound would break the silence, the rhythmic beat of the Mesaharati's drum. Every night, before dawn, he walked through the neighborhood, tapping his drum with slow, steady beats, calling people to wake up and eat before the fast began. No one knew his name, but he had always been there, as far back as anyone could remember. Omar had never paid much attention to the Mesaharati. He was a university student, home for Ramadan, and preferred setting an alarm over waking up to the drum. But one night, as he lay in bed scrolling through his phone, something strange happened. The drum beats stopped. Not gradually, as if the Mesaharati had moved on, but suddenly, like someone had snatched the drum from his hands. The silence that followed was unsettling. The air in the room felt thick, heavy. Then came the whispers. Low, guttural, and unintelligible, they seeped through the cracks of his window. Omar's body tensed. He sat up slowly, straining his ears. The whispers weren't coming from the street. They were coming from inside the house. Heart pounding, he reached for his phone and turned on the flashlight. The dim glow revealed nothing unusual, just his small room, the wooden wardrobe in the corner, his prayer rug neatly folded near his bed. He exhaled, shaking his head. It's just my imagination. But as he was about to lie back down, something made him freeze. The wardrobe door was slightly open. Omar was sure, absolutely sure, he had closed it earlier. His breath hitched. He stared at the dark gap, his pulse hammering in his ears. Slowly, he swung his legs off the bed and stood up, forcing himself to move toward it. With a shaky hand, he pulled the door open. Nothing. Just his neatly hung clothes and a pair of shoes at the bottom. He let out a nervous chuckle. I'm being ridiculous. But just as he turned to leave, he heard it. A faint tap. Like fingers drumming against wood. Coming from inside the wardrobe. Omar stumbled back, his flashlight trembling in his grip. His mind raced. Was someone inside? Had something crawled in? Every nerve in his body screamed at him to run, but something kept him rooted to the spot. Then, the whispering returned. But this time, it was just one voice. Low. Raspy. Right behind him. Omar spun around. And saw him. The Mesaharati stood in the doorway, his drum hanging limply at his side. His face was hidden beneath the hood of his dark cloak, but Omar could feel his gaze, cold, heavy, inhuman. For a moment, neither of them moved. Then, slowly, painfully, the figure lifted his hand, long, bony fingers stretching unnaturally, as if reaching for Omar's face. Omar opened his mouth to scream. And everything went black. The next morning, his mother found him on the floor, drenched in sweat, the wardrobe still open. When she shook him awake, his only words were, "Don't open the door for the Mesaharati." That night, and every night after, the drum beats never returned.